Today, I will be covering information from Chapter 6 of our textbook titled Representation in the Media. In order to do this, I'm going to analyze popular Netflix show Big Mouth. Big Mouth is a show that covers 5 13-year-olds as they transition from elementary school to middle school and deal with things such as puberty, sexuality, race, and other social issues. Before I cover this, I'm going to be covering what is representation. The general term for representation is words, sounds, or images that carry meaning, that stand for or represent concept or conceptual relationships that have meaning systems in our culture. Media representations are messages of culture that are portrayed in order to explain or represent certain social groups or phenomenon. Popular representations are representations of race, gender, sexuality, and religion. Some representations that we see in Big Mouth are representations of these through different characters and backgrounds in the show. The show also talks about puberty with the help of hormone monsters who are creatures that help humans preteens through puberty. Some characters in the show are Nick Birch. We can see body image issues represented in the character of Nick Birch in Season 1, Episode 1, titled Ejaculation, where Nick voices his concern about his genital size after seeing his classmates. This causes him to have doubts about his manhood and masculinity, showing body image issues of prepubescent male teens. The second is through the character Jessie Glacier, who is an intellectual with divorced parents. She deals with mental health issues, and the show shows her dealing with things such as depression and anxiety. This is in Season 2, Episode 10, Department of Puberty, when she gets a visit from the Depression Kitty, and she goes through things such as depression and anxiety, and it gets shown in the show. The next example is through the character Andrew Glauberman, a Jewish American teen who's overtly sexual and easily angered. Religion is represented in the show through the character Andrew in Season 1, Episode 9, where Andrew talks about his religion and his attempts to find a Jewish girl at his friend's bat mitzvah in order to date her and conform to the rules of his religion. The next is through the character Missy Foreman Greenwald, a sheltered and nerdy girl who is mixed race and deals with her racial identity struggles. We are shown this representation in Season 4, Episode 5, where Missy learns about code switching and has to learn a linguistic technique where people switch between certain mannerisms in order to protect their racial status. The last example of representation that we see is representation of sexuality through character Jay Bilzerian, as he deals with his bisexuality in Season 2, Episode 10, when he finds out that he's attracted to both males and females. In conclusion, Big Mouth is a very good show that features lots of comic relief and makes fun of current stereotypes that exist in the media.